What's going on, you guys? So, Errol Spence Jr. came out and he had a lot to say about the complaining from other boxers. Now, I got what he said on the screen here. I'm not looking at it exactly, but I kind of remember pretty much the gist of what he was saying. And, I mean, I look at it like this, people. I like Errol, so don't get it twisted. Please don't get it twisted. But when you got like a little rivalry like this, I think it's fun to just pick a side. You know what I'm saying? I'm Team Crawford. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm Team Crawford. I like Errol Spence Jr. a lot, but I'm Team Crawford when it comes to Errol Spence Crawford. Now, if Errol Spence is fighting anybody else, I'm Team Spence all day. But when you come out, see, the thing with Errol Spence though that kind of really hit me in the gut is early on he was the guy that was the big bad wolf, the big fish. He was calling everybody out. Everybody was avoiding him. So he gets his turn, right? He finally gets his turn years later. And he's essentially doing the same thing the guys was doing him. Now, certain guys deserve it, okay? I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not justified. The Keith Thurman shit, Keith Thurman's getting what he deserves. You see what Errol Spence had to say here on the screen. Keith Thurman, I'm going to let him take that tune-up fight for his get back year, what the hell he's doing. And that's funny as hell because Keith Thurman, he always got some type of get back year. And I respect Errol Spence Jr. and say, you know what, I said I didn't want none of that shit. I'm going right into the fire. I'm fighting Danny Garcia. I can respect that because Danny Garcia is a tough fight, especially when you're coming back from a long layoff, from injuries, the ones that he sustained. That's a tough fight. But Keith Thurman is now the guy. Now, people was laughing at Crawford as the guy that's standing outside in the street with his hands up in the air talking about what's up. Now, Keith Thurman is pretty much looking like he's that guy. But the only difference here is he's not holding that WBO belt in his hand like Bud was. Keith Thurman has no belt in his hand. And Keith Thurman was really playing games with a lot of these guys, even Crawford. Nobody wants a WBO belt and all these things. So Keith Thurman is karma, okay? Karma is a bitch, right? That's pretty much what's happening to Keith Thurman right now. Karma. But as far as this whole Terrence Crawford thing, right? Crawford actually came out and said, nah, I don't want to fight Spence on his first fight back. I want to fight him at his best. I can respect that. As a fan who, as a fight fan or a guy who respects the spirit of the warrior and things of that nature, the more of the spiritual aspects of it, I can respect that. I want to fight you at your best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want nothing easy. I want to fight you at your absolute best. So when I beat you, there will be no excuses. I can respect that. But Errol Spence Jr. has a lot of work to do, and he has a lot to prove at this point. I mean, let's just be honest, people. We can be honest here, right? You know, we're grown men. We could talk boxing without, getting emotional, right? On Bushido Boxing, we should be able to do that because I don't like all that. You know, when you talking boxing with a guy who knows boxing, you talking boxing, just sit back and listen to what he has to say. You don't have to get offended. You don't got to get all riled up. Now, I know things can get heated at times because that's what men do when we argue. We kind of get loud and shit. It's all love, though, right? But Errol Spence, man, he got a lot of work to do. The Sean Porter fight, it was close, okay? It was close. Now, I'm not saying Sean Porter's a slouch, but I've seen fights where Sean Porter should have lost against lesser guys than Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is not too much far ahead of the pack. Now, he could prove me wrong in the Danny Garcia fight. If he goes out there and washes Danny Garcia, Errol Spence is the fucking man. Because Danny Garcia never gets washed. And that's a very, very, very tough fight to come back to. But as far as this Crawford thing, right? Guys saying Crawford ain't gonna fight nobody. Errol Spence Jr. cleaning up the whole division while Crawford's taking the easy fights, right? Crawford is not sitting here waiting for easy fights, people. Let's just call it all the way. Let's just be all the way real. Crawford's been trying to fight the best guys he could fight. You know what I'm saying? But instead of you guys just laughing at the fact that this guy can't get the fights that we want to see him in, instead of you guys saying, like, you know what? Yeah, fight Crawford. I mean, look, we hearing rumors that he's getting a Kell Brook fight. That should be a good fight, right? We'll give him that, right? Then we heard about Manny Pacquiao. I don't know. We don't know really what's going on with Manny Pacquiao. This guy's all over the fucking place. Now you're hearing he wants to fight GGG and all this other shit. We don't know what's going on with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao really just holding up boxing, if you ask me. I love Manny Pacquiao. I think he's a phenomenal fighter, all-time great legend, all of that. He's the Superman of the Philippines. He's a great guy. He's doing too much for you not to like him. However, I do feel right now he's kind of holding up boxing. Because a lot of these guys are waiting for that Pacquiao fight. Because Pacquiao's one of the guys in the sport that can still draw big numbers. This guy who's a big payday for guys. And he's a very good name to have on your resume. So guys are waiting for Pacquiao. Pacquiao's like 41. He about to be 42. He's kind of holding up the division, man. Pacquiao fans may not like that shit, but man, look, when you talking boxing with a real man, you're gonna hear shit like this, okay? There's no shade towards Manny. Manny's dope, but I feel right now he's kind of holding up shit, man. What are you gonna do, Manny? Who are you gonna fight, bro? You got Crawford right there. You got a Spence fight. Now I don't know what's up with the Spence and Pacquiao thing. I thought that was a for sure thing, but I don't know what's going on with that. But what's going on, Manny? You know what I'm saying? You holding up the division. But yeah, man, like I said before, Errol Spence came out and said, look, I don't care about no complaints from no other boxers. Y'all motherfuckers was playing me to the left when on my come up. Y'all did not want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight y'all on my time. And I can respect that. And I you know, hey, he has every right to do so. But when it comes to this Terrence Crawford thing, the fight that everybody wants to see, the fight that we've been talking about for about 3 years now, everything else is filler, man. All these other fights are filler fights, man. Get right to the gusto. Then go back and clean up the rest of the mess that you left behind. Because that Crawford-Spence fight needs to happen before it's too late. And when I mean by too late, Errol Spence could barely make the weight. Crawford's starting to slow down. He's not looking as good as he once did a few years ago. Because he's getting up there in age. He's what, 32? About to be 33? You know what I'm saying? The fight might, when it happens, it might be a little too late, man. We'll see what happens after the Errol Spence fights Danny Garcia. I'll give him that fight. Fight Danny Garcia. That's a very good fight. It's a very dangerous fight. You get a shit ton of respect from me if you beat a motivated